So I have to speak on precautions during irrigation and aspiration.
Closer, sir. Come closer.
For proper irrigation, why the proper irrigation and aspiration is essential to decrease the incidence of post-operative uveitis and chances of PCO. We have learned FACO, and we have found that PCR most frequently occur during irrigation and aspiration stage by beginners. So it is very important step to learn. I always suggest that before learning FACO procedure, we have to learn irrigation and aspiration first, and then we have to shift to manage the nuclear fragmentation. So there are three different modules available, like coaxial irrigation, bimanual, and sometimes we may need Simco also. So if I talk about coaxial irrigation and aspiration, IA tip is smooth, rounded with aspiration orifice in front and sleeve for irrigation made of silicon or metal. And this irrigating ports are 180-degree apart. Angulations on tip be 45-degree or 90-degree, or sometimes it may be straight depending on the surgeon's choice. The 45-degree tip is preferable, which is more acceptable for removal of subincisional cortex also. In bimanual irrigation and aspiration, these are the separate aspiration and infusion cannulas. The two side ports or one side port and main port at 150-degree to 180-degree apart, used for IA. And in- sometimes we may need manual cannula like Simco cannula, and this is used for removal of subincisional cortex, if which is more difficult with coaxial IA. If we don't have a bimanual, then we can use Simco through side ports also. And most of the time we use this when there are PCR. I'm audible properly?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are audible.
And irrigation and aspiration flow, irrigation and infusion flow depends on diameter of irrigation tube, size of orifices in the tip, and height of irrigation bottle, which we have to learn during learning IA. This depends on diameter of tube and orifices and vacuum set on the machine also. If we'll talk about the procedure which I'll show in my video, the most important step is proper and thorough hydrodissection, so that all the cortex should be loosened and can be removed properly. We have to enter with fully formed anterior chamber in foot pedal 0 with infusion off. We should not enter with infusion on. Aspirate any air bubble to improve visibility during IA. With aspiration orifices facing down, enter underneath the anterior capsule. With aspiration orifices facing down, enter underneath the anterior capsule. Hold cortex, create vacuum, foot position 1 and 2. Pull cortex to center and then aspirate. Repeat the same movement in small segments in peeling motion. So when you enter, always remove air first and then enter in the anterior chamber. So whatever the air present in the anterior chamber, first aspirate the air, then slowly go beneath the anterior capsule, hold the cortical matter, Just hold, move it, separate it from the capsule, pull to the center of the pupillary area, and then aspirate. You start from one uh, segment and then move right or left, whatever you prefer. So always first engage the cortical matter, pull it in the central area, and then aspirate. For this, your vision should be clear, that you can able to see everything clearly. You should not catch the anterior capsule. For removing subincisional cortex, slightly keep your sleeves away from orifice, go towards 6 o'clock position, then move your angular tip, go behind the capsular axis margin, engage the cortical matter, pull it towards the central, and then aspirate. No aspiration near capsular axis margin. Just engage the cortex, pull it, and then aspirate. This is the this is very important. We have to learn how to hold, engage the cortex, then we have to pull it, and then aspirate in the central pupillary area. Even with the help of coaxial IA tip, we can polish the posterior capsule also. Uh, we may use bimanual IA. It depends on surgeon's preference. Many of the surgeons prefer to use bimanual irrigation and aspiration. For bimanual irrigation and aspiration, first we have to insert the irrigating port and then the aspiration. Uh, this is easier for beginners to learn with bimanual. But if you want to avoid the second side port incision, you can learn the regular coaxial irrigation and aspiration hand IA cannula. So with this, sub removal of subincisional cortex is also very easy. So this is how we can use bimanual. Here, I would like to mention one thing, that this side ports which we creates, this side port, primary side port for phaco, it should be smaller initially when we are doing phaco. Otherwise, if this side port will leak, it will be difficult to do phaco. The size of the side port should be proper for irrigation and aspiration also. Next. In complicated, difficult cases, the risky cases, residual IA can be done after implantation of lens. We have to implant the lens, we have to rotate the lens, it will loosen the cortex, and then we can aspirate the remaining cortical matters. Dialing of IOL will loosen it and we can remove it. Any faults on posterior capsule means you are holding it. Release vacuum and come back to foot position 0. Inject viscoelastic through side port. Dislodge the posterior capsule, and then we can go ahead with IA. We have to check for PCR. Continue IA if no rent is found. If we hold the axis margin, there are chances of zonular dialysis. We have to release the vacuum immediately. We have to come to foot position 0 and continue. If there is any zonular dialysis, then we have to implant endocapsular ring, and then we can continue. Always better to underdo IA than create a PCR. Sometimes it is very difficult to remove the sticky cortex, then a small amount of cortex, if we are not able to remove it or separate it from the capsule, we can leave it there rather than creating a posterior capsular rupture. Proper focus of the PC during the whole procedure of the eye is very important. Keep vacuum low in initial stages of learning curve, but I'll prefer that if keeping very low vacuum will also not good in initial stages. Just a moderate vacuum will be good. Proper incision is important to prevent collapse of anterior chamber. We have to refill the anterior chamber with viscoelastic repeat in between to keep the anterior chamber maintained. IA setting to prevent